What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in the truck, headed over to Eastern Oregon to start the deer season off tomorrow. Not sure how you'll be able to hear me. You guys are actually on the GoPro right now. Decided to take the GoPro instead of the large full camera. See how the audio turns out, but pretty excited to get out here. Weather is pretty good. It's actually going to be a little hotter than I would be hoping for. Looks like we're going to be pushing mid to high 80s this weekend, which is not great for opening weekend, but it is what it is. Looking forward to getting out there nonetheless. Taking you guys along for the first time. I'm going to do my best to try to get you guys the best footage that I can, and hopefully I'll be able to get a deer down this weekend. For those of you that don't know, I am in a wheelchair, which makes my life a little bit easier in some ways when it comes to deer hunting. Because that means that I can shoot either a buck or a doe, which is always nice because more often than not we have a chance to get a good shot on a doe. So good chances that I'll be able to put a deer down this weekend. Looking forward to it, getting some more meat in the freezer, always a good thing. Another thing that means is I'm allowed to hunt from a truck or shoot from a vehicle as long as I'm off public roads. Or off roads in general, and so a lot of the hunting you guys are going to be seeing is from a vehicle. We don't do a lot of stand hunting where we are, so it'll be mostly vehicle hunting, which makes life a little bit harder getting a reasonable shot on a deer. Obviously not too easy to be stealthy driving a vehicle. We got a side-by-side that we're going to be picking up, so hopefully that'll be able to help us out a little bit, get a little farther out there as opposed to a truck. But we're going to see how it goes. It should be a good weekend. I will update you guys a little bit later when we're out of the truck. Give you guys a little bit of a view of what we're looking at. Absolutely gorgeous out here. You can see that the fall colors are starting to set in. Beautiful. I always forget that there's some people out there that will never see parts of the country like this, and I try not to take it for granted because, man, I would take this over any city landscape any day of the week. Absolutely gorgeous. But alright, I'm going to get back to driving. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Here's a beautiful shot for you guys. How many out there, put down in the comments, have you ever driven on roads or on highways like this? Just a tall canopy of trees on both sides. Good old growth forests. Absolutely beautiful. Some of you guys, I'm sure, have been through roads like this, but I feel like there's people that will never in their lifetime drive on roads like this. Pretty awesome. Let me know down below if you've seen any roads like this or driven any roads like this. I will say one bad part about driving through roads like this is you can see so clearly why the forest burned so badly. They've just gotten so overgrown over the last number of decades that it's just, you can't even see through it anymore. Forest floor is just covered. I haven't allowed natural fires to burn through here. So everything's thick, and when it burns, it just everything burns instead of sweeping through on the ground. Beautiful, but sad to see. At some point, I'm sure this part of the forest will burn at some point. Goes to show why we've had such bad wildfires here in Oregon this year. A combination of really bad weather conditions and overgrown forests. What can you do? Alrighty guys, we've passed over the mountains, and as you can see, the scenery has changed quite a bit. This is what it looks like over in Central Oregon. Once you get out over the mountains, over the pass, you get into some high desert, all volcanic land. Very, very different scenery. But this is a lot closer to the type of land that I grew up on, so I really like it out here. But yeah, this is a little bit of an update on what it looks like out here. There's a good visual for you guys. Anybody wondering what 55% tint looks like versus 20? There you go. All right, back to driving. Guys, just fueled up at the fuel station. We got the side-by-side loaded up. We are headed up to the ranch that we're going to be staying at. That's where we're actually going to be staying, is in a ranch house of a family friend. Kind of use it as home base, and head out to the different hunting locations from there. No, the lighting's pretty bad right now. Obviously, it's dark out, and the GoPro does not have the best camera for low light. So it is what it is. There's not a whole lot more to show you guys tonight. We're gonna go up there.
Yeah, deal already.
Sounds good. That's the signal. We're gonna head out. Catch you guys in the morning. Alrighty, guys. It is the next morning. Out feeding the cows before we take off for the morning hunt. As you can tell, we're pretty relaxed hunters around here, so none of that first light stuff. There's enough hunters in this area that it really doesn't matter that much anyways. We already it is quite the ruckus over here. We already saw some does out in the back pasture that technically I'm allowed to shoot and my uncle's allowed to shoot through disability tags. Decided we'll hold off on those for now, see if we can get eyes on a buck sometime today, and if not, we still got another couple days before I gotta head back for work to shoot a doe, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, just getting ready for the morning hunt, figuring out where we're gonna go, and we'll see what we can find. Give you one last look at the cows. Looks like we got the bull over there, or a bull over there. Alrighty, catch you guys in a bit. What's up, guys? Figured I would show you the view I'm looking at. Pretty nice. He was just taking a leak. But check out that view. Absolutely gorgeous out here. As far as you can see. But we're out on a pipeline road. Took the side-by-side out here. Figured we'd see if we could see any deer. Ran across our 4 does again. Decided to let them go today. Don't get any bucks today. I'll probably see if we can take one down in the next day or two, but figured I would just give you guys a little bit of an update, show you guys what it looks like out here. Pretty awesome being in type of country like this. Just open land as far as you can see. Pretty awesome. But yeah, there you go. Back to the hunt. Alright, another update for you guys. Give you guys a good look at the view that we're looking at. Pretty nice. Parked up on the hill. Just got word on the radio that it sounds like somebody in our group is on a blood trail. We didn't hear a shot, but we were driving, so we might not have heard it. Hopefully they got a buck down. Be nice. Opening morning. Good time to get a deer down. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting to hear if there's anything they need from us while scouting the hillsides. Right now I'm kind of thinking still going to try to hunt for a buck today. If we don't get a buck today, I'll probably end up shooting a doe either tomorrow or the next day. But the goal still is for a buck for now. But yeah, give you guys an update. Let's see if we got a buck down in the group. If we did, give you guys an update on that. Alrighty guys, I told you guys one of us got a buck down. And thankfully they were able to track it down and find it. Here it is. Not too shabby. Looking pretty good. Probably won't show a ton of this process, so I can still make a little bit of money off this video. But yeah, turned out to be a pretty good shot. Right through the shoulders, as you see right there. Like I said, I'm not going to show you guys too much of this process, otherwise YouTube's going to demonetize it. But one buck down so far. Still got a few more days of hunting left. We'll see what we can get. Alright guys, morning of day 2. Kind of took you guys out a little bit later today. We got up almost at the crack of dawn. Some of us slept in a little bit. But it's 10 o'clock right now, or just before 10 o'clock. Got my doe in the bed of the truck, gutted out. We're headed back up to the shop to skin it out. Pretty good shot. It moved about 24 inches from the point of contact to when it stopped, and that was from standing to the ground. So it was a good shot, double lung shot, super quick, happy with that shot. This is the first deer I've gotten that I haven't been shooting left-handed, and I'm right-handed. So first dominant hand deer kill. Kind of cool. Now I can't brag about it as much anymore, but it is what it is. So it's a good morning, starting off good. We're gonna get this cleaned up, finished up, wrapped up, and hanging, and then we'll probably relax a little bit and go out for an evening hunt. I'll update you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, back at the home garage. As you can tell, it is actually probably 2 weeks after deer season ended, or 2 weeks from the last clip that you guys saw. Been quite a while. I just didn't really get around to doing a lot of editing on that video. I kind of got caught up in other projects that I've been working on, kind of some big projects. First big project with the welder. So kind of got caught up in that and didn't get around to editing the deer footage until now. Obviously it's been a little bit of a break since my last upload. I think it was 2 weeks. To be completely honest, I just kind of needed a break from everything. There's a lot going on, and I just need to take a little bit of some time off. Doing weekly uploads definitely takes its toll over time, so it was nice to have a break off. I wasn't actually going to upload this weekend, but I just kind of felt bad. I didn't want to take 2 weeks off, so I figured I would go through, see what footage I got from the deer hunting trip. Wasn't great footage by any means, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, we got one buck down that you guys saw, and then I got my deer down. So I didn't really get any good footage of my actual shot on the deer. It was kind of a last minute thing. What happened was we were driving the truck down to a really popular spot. Actually the spot that I've gotten all my deers in years past was down in this area. And we were driving down there, first light, got up super early. This was the last day that I had to hunt. And so we drove down there, and first thing we saw, it's probably about an hour drive to get down there, 45 minutes. First thing we saw is way out in the field, we saw a herd of probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 deer out there. And the problem was there's no good way to get close to that field. The closest we could get to the field was probably around 600 yards, which I'm not taking a shot on a deer at 600 yards. Some people are probably comfortable doing that. I'm not one of them. I'd rather get closer and get a good clean shot. The only other spot we could get to that field from was literally probably under 100 yards from the deer, and as soon as we drive the truck up there, obviously the deer are going to spook. And unfortunately for me, I can't just go and hike out and put a hunt on the deer. Just doesn't really work that way. So we're trying to figure out the best way to do it. It ended up being that I was sitting in shotgun seat, got out, hopped back to the passenger seat of the truck, back passenger seat, and we were going to see if we could possibly drive up on the deer and get a quick shot off before they got spooked. So we kind of had our goal focused on that. We went down into a campsite, turned around, and as we were driving back out, I look out my window. The deer should be all over here out in a field a few hundred yards away, and I look out my window and there's two doe sitting there or standing there by a tree, kind of just watching us as we drive by. And I'm like, hold up. And so we ended up pulling off the road because we didn't want to shoot on. It's not legal to shoot on the road, so we pulled off the road. I pulled the rifle out
and took a quick shot on it. The deer, there was two of them. One of them, as you might be able to see in the video, one of them was standing straight at us. I didn't want to take the shot on that. Obviously, the bullet goes all the way into the deer. Really makes a mess of things. You can hit vitals, but it makes a mess of everything inside. And so I knew there's another deer, and I saw it crossing over behind a tree. And I think in the video you'll be able to see this, but the deer walks out, stops basically straight broadside, take a nice clean shot, and it just dropped right there on the spot. Perfectly, super clean kill. I could not ask for a better kill. So I'll put this video in here. Not very great, but it is a little bit of something, so you guys can see the shot.
They're about the same size. Oh, there. Take that left one. Yeah. That'll work.
So there you go. That's the video shot. Like I said, it wasn't really professional quality video. I actually, shocker, in the moment, totally forgot to tell anybody to whip out a camera, and I was just lucky enough that my cousin got his camera out right at the last minute. Of course, he's on his phone camera, holding it vertically, shooting across the truck over a mirror. So it's not great footage, but it is what it is. Overall, those were the only 2 deer we got this hunting season, or at least so far. We still have a couple tags in different areas, but I'm happy to get my deer. The buck they got was a nice little buck. We already went through and completely butchered him up. We hung him in the cold room for a week or so, cut them all up. Got a good amount of meat off the deer. I'm super excited about it. Got some nice roasts, a couple deer roasts, some steaks, and a good amount of ground meat to be making some pepperoni on. We've kind of really figured out our pepperoni process to where we think it's really, really good. If you guys are interested in some of the preparation of that stuff, I can totally try to whip together a video for you guys, kind of taking you guys along the process of how we make the pepperoni. We think it's pretty good. So let me know if you guys are interested in something like that. I can throw a video together for you guys. Overall, good deer season. Always happy to get some meat in the freezer. Still got elk tags going on right now. The weather is really starting to cool down now. I think we were down in the 20s last night, which means elk season is coming in hot. We actually have a weird tag where the elk season lasts quite a while this year. It's a damage control tag. But it's been too hot to be hunting elk. They're not down out of the hills yet. So weather's finally starting to drop down over on the ranch side. And so it looks like hopefully we'll hopefully be getting a call from the ranch owner that it looks like the elk are starting to come into the area. I'm kind of out of vacation days at this point. We're just about out of vacation days. All the rest I have need to be safe for the holiday season. So it's going to have to be some quick weekends if I'm able to get over there, but I'm really hoping to be able to get over there to be able to get my first elk down. But we'll see. You never know. Either way, it's been a good hunting season so far. Like I said, been working on some projects here. First big project with the welder has been underway. Kind of put a little bit of a hiatus on it. I actually just ended up having eye surgery, hence no glasses anymore. 20/20 vision. Had the eye surgery earlier this week, and now I'm just kind of letting things recover before I get back into welding and grinding and throwing metal chips everywhere. I want to let the eyes heal up a little bit more before that. I'll give you a quick, for any of you guys that made it this far in this video, I'll give you guys a quick look at what I've been working on. There you go. I'll do a whole video on all this stuff. I've been filming it as I go along. Hopefully it turns out. I actually haven't looked at the video yet, but do a whole video on this whole project. And then when this project is done, we're going to go full steam ahead into building the bumper for the truck. So a lot of stuff going on right now. There's a chaos in the garage right now. It's a bit messier than I would like, but it's been a good project so far. I've been enjoying it. First project like this for me. Learning process, planning it out as I go. It's been fun. So hopefully I'll be getting started back on this here in the next couple days once the eyes are in a better spot. The doctor said I could probably start welding already, that I didn't have to worry about it, but I'm just going to play things a little safe. Eyes are still a little bit sensitive to light after the surgery, so just going to play it safe. I'm in no rush, but yeah, a lot of stuff going on, some pretty exciting stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Kind of my first try at getting a hunting video for you guys. It's not professional by any means. Would have liked it to turn out a little bit better, but figured I'd take you guys along, see what I could get. So I think that's that. This video is probably long enough. I can see I've been rambling on for close to 10 minutes now. So as always, if you guys liked the video, leave it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. All your guys' interaction with the videos helps out a ton, more than you guys would imagine. The more you guys like, the more you guys comment, the more YouTube shares the stuff. It makes a big, big difference. We're coming up on 10,000 subscribers here, hopefully before the end of the year. It's pretty darn exciting. That'll be the 10,000 subscriber mark. Pretty cool milestone. Small, very small in the scheme of the YouTube world, but still a cool milestone nonetheless. 10,000 of you guys think I am interesting enough to watch. So to all you guys, I really appreciate it. It's been a good year on YouTube so far. With that, I think I'm going to sign off. Hopefully you guys have had a good weekend. I'll catch you guys on the next video.